Good morning. So, as I hurry to try and get things done as quickly as possible so that I can get resolution, more things keep happening. So, here is the afternoon of yesterday, which was the 23rd of July. Today is the 24th, and it is a little before 8 a.m. I emailed Frank Scalfani of the MCR unit today, the head cheese of the pungent unit. I did mention getting the CD of the cruiser cam, but neglected to tell him why the footage is important. I sent a second email with information about why the CD was important, because of the reporting of crime that's now disappeared from the Division of Police. There is also the information about the two federal offenses never investigated that became miscellaneous incidents, which means no crime was committed, which is false, and now they have disappeared. Why is the Division of Police completely ignoring me and giving Patty the world on a golden platter? It must be a lie about something horrible that I didn't do. Arved is such an ass. He's destroyed everyone's life who's involved in this. I wonder what keeps the neighbors from holding him accountable. I'm guessing that they are unaware of his antics, or they've been threatened into silence, and he has said that he would sue if people told on him. There's only a few people involved in the targeting, but the observers know that Arved is in charge. Or is it the redhead over at 437 Como? I don't think Bill could lead the Pussy Posse or Arvid's army. But he did start the whole thing with his belief of Delaha's lie and spreading that around Como Avenue. He could come forward with the truth. That would help a lot. And it would get him out of some of the trouble. But he doesn't want to tell. Just like Patty. They both suck as people and are shadier than anyone I've ever met in life. New York plate DLW 1546 was parked in front of Patty's house at 3 p.m. today. I walked right up behind the vehicle and wrote down the plate. I'm not afraid of anything anymore, and Patty is guilty. And because she doesn't think she's guilty, she continues to have people over at her home. As I walked back, I gave Arvid's house the finger. I'm sure he'll review the tape and catalog it in a naughty REM file. He's such an arrogant ass who doesn't care at all about anybody but himself. He's gotten everyone into trouble with all his lies, and that projection he has is just dark and sinister. He wants to silence me so he doesn't get in trouble. So he's going to go along with the mental illness thing and tell everybody that. He's not a good man and will break every law in the book and say he didn't. He has no remorse, no social skills, lack of friends, and he pulls his dog around on a leash, just like he does to a human. I'd love to deliver the exact same program I went through and see how he does, having his body ruined bit by bit and completely helpless to stop it from happening. So this twerp wants to rule the world, huh? I very highly doubt the technology will allow that to happen. The technology will rule the planet. He just handed the whole world over for his own selfish goal. What an idiot. He's got some nerve to tell other people what to do, and they get into trouble for it. And that way, he can keep them under his control. What a freak. Where the hell did Patty find this pervert? First gear works intermittently on Harry, my Honda Accord. I haven't thought much about it, because you can start a car in second gear without any trouble. After paying $500 to get the car running after sitting for 2 years with a shaky idle at a stop, I developed a new and unexpected problem. The brakes went out. Jocelyn sent me away to get lunch and to clean the car because it has a leaky sunroof and the inside is full of mold. I decided to try my luck somewhere else for the brakes. Going up High Street, I went from shop to shop, like Mary and Joseph, looking for an inn for the night. I finally found a shop and was hopeful for a cheap fix. The estimate was over $2,000. Feeling shot in the foot, I started to head for home. I had a Hamilton in my pocket, $10 bill, before and traded it in for a Lincoln to get a free celebratory milkshake. And I decided to give Harry a bath. I traded in the Lincoln for a bunch of quarters and spent $4 on high pressurized water, using the wand like a power washer. I still had 4 quarters. Limping the car back to the shop where I was told to leave and come back, so I did. In a day and a half, I got Harry back with a $1,600 bill. I drove up to Delaware where there are normal people who smile and say hello. I had a hamburger and a milkshake and headed toward home and my neighborhood prison a few make for me by creating things in my life. The next day, I forgot about going to Capitol Law School to see if I could talk with the professor about my bizarre case of the police refusing help with evidence of the crimes that I've got. I spent the day mostly depressed and thinking about how I still didn't have a way to secure my vehicle because some keys were stolen. Ready the next morning for challenges and not being believed of everything, I headed for the nearest Honda dealership to see if they could cut me a key. On the way there, 5th gear went out. Frustrated at things increasingly never going my way, and having to spend all my money for car repair has depleted even more of the money that is supposed to be used for the future, not now. I guess since I don't get Social Security because I'm a teacher and put into STRS and I cashed all that out, I'll probably need to work until I die and never get a chance to relax and enjoy life. Getting a job? Good luck with the discrimination of Kiwi Farms, a website, and their defamation of character expose on my Facebook page, and their mental illness assessment, and being a drug user dashes any hopes of ever restoring my character. I take my page down, but it has all sorts of evidence I need to remain intact and easily accessed for others who might be able to help. I was hopeful with an old friend of mine who asked me what's going on in my life. So I told him everything. And that the police are targeting me and making it appear on paper that I have a mental illness and that I'm delusional because they've deleted all the evidence of the crimes that I've reported in the past. There is nothing at all under my name. The shady, corrupt system and police is projecting silencing because of nothing I've done wrong. I sent 2 tips to the Franklin County Sheriff's Department this morning in an effort to stop Patty Ryan from getting her way. I mentioned in one the fact that all my reports of crime disappeared and that I was only given the diagnosis because of the disbelief of the doctors who see me in there all the time. Patty thinks what she's doing is legal. Her process is. But why she wants it done is another story. I want to learn what the woman was asked as she exited Patty's house one day in August 2020.
Well, we can't promise anything, but there will be testing and an evaluation.
I got her license plate number, and I bet you that she works at NetCare. I wonder what Patty asked the woman. To cover up the fact that the Secret Service incident occurred, she probably told the police that she talked to me about it, and she now knows that he's not the Secret Service, but still secretly meets with him to get ideas on how to get me removed from my home. It begs the question then, why would you still have a guest over who pretended to be something they're not and who lied to you? That's going to be how she gets herself caught, doing shady things with shady friends. The police believe all of their communication with Patty, the way she says things, as being honest, because she, quote, cares so much. I'd love for Patty to tell me what it is about me that makes her give a damn about me in the first place. She thinks it's her civic duty to get the addict moved out of the neighborhood. And she goes around telling people about her progress, basically her telling on herself, of discriminating against the disease of addiction. Her desire for a drug-free neighborhood is an absolute violation of housing discrimination. A school can make a zone drug-free because it's owned by one entity. When you have a neighborhood of different owners, making the law a certain way means people don't have a voice or vote, and they don't have any say in the matter. The other thing to remember is that alcohol is a drug. So a drug-free zone would be a dry zone. That designation means people don't have the right to drink on their own private property if it were passed. You can't take away someone's right to do something legal, especially if it's on their own property. I bet my captors have even called the police pretending to be the government. Why not? Since they are believed of everything they say. It's a big problem, and maybe the police are victims of the devil crime spree, pretending to be something they're not. It's interesting that they would make a claim of delusional belief, as a reason for hospitalization. Not only is it incorrect, but the statement, as far as causation, is a violation of the First Amendment. It would be like putting flat earthers in jail for what they think. That's what's going on in my neighborhood. And I am the victim, and I need it stopped. Today.